Hi, and welcome to Fan/Fiction with Andrew/Zach. I'm Andrew Gum.
I'm Zach Dunsing.
And this is a special episode. This is our cutting room floor episode, where we took a bunch of clips that we liked but didn't really work for the flow of our other episodes and stitched them all together like some horrible abomination for you to listen to.
Goes about as well as you'd think.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
There you go.
Cool.
We can pause that.
Let's stop. So I am recording.
I, too, am recording. Okay.
Cool. So a couple of
let's talk.
things. I asked a friend about making a theme song for us.
Oh, cool.
We'll see how that goes.
Does it go, fanfic, Andrew and Zach, fanfic with Andrew and Zach?
Let's let me read a line from it that I can make no sense of.
Okay.
This is after, context is irrelevant. The discovery was a topic of discussion during dinner that day, but breakfast brought new exciting things, parentheses, that Iron Maiden in the study on the ground floor was thankfully altered to be non-lethal, parentheses, and we forgot about freakish marks on the ground and the being who left them.
Yeah, that's just...
That sentence is, it's nonsense. It doesn't make any sense.
Salad. I think as we went on, it started feeling more just like the way that we have conversations, which I think will probably, that'll continue to happen.
Yeah, I am 100% not comfortable yet, but
yeah.
with this whole setup, but I'll get there.
What does Batman do about a Bigfoot? Does he just allow it to live on the grounds? Or does he...
Batman's dead.
Yeah, does he make it into a new hairy version of Robin? I don't know. I know. It's really tough because people on fan fiction, they're not submitting their work to be commercial. So it's like they're not... So I don't think there's as much push for it to be perfect. They just want to share it. They wanted to make something and they wanted to share it. And truthfully, so much of it's going to be terrible.
Yeah. But that's not the point.
That impulse is not terrible. And
we're not making a qualitative assessment, period.
Right.
We're reading it because it's absurd and we like it and we like that it's out there in the world. As far as quotes go, I think that there is a place for stuff like that. We need to be careful when it's something like what I read, which is just structurally, just all of it's a mess. There's no point to any of it. Like anything that's technically a mess, we should leave it out. But if it's bizarre and dumb and crazy, but in a way that involves Clayface, Unicron, that, those kinds of quotes need to be in it, right? For sure. Yeah. But it's if it's just technical bad shit, that's not only not that interesting, that's just petty,
Yeah, exactly. It's they had a lot of misspellings and stuff.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't matter.
Why do you even bring that up?
Right.
I just want, as a goal, to find the strangest and best crossover. I want one that is so weird, like Muppet Babies and 50 Shades of Grey, that is great.
Here's the problem with that, Andrew, or here's the thing with that. We can't speculate what the weirdest version is. That's the thing. I've already, just from cursory explorations on the site, I've already come across stuff that I would not have thought of doing in 1,000 years.
Amelie and Pushing Daisies?
Oh, I sent that specifically for you. I didn't read it. Yeah, I want you to read that because you're going to do that because you're a fan of that show, right?
Yeah, I love it. It's
I never watched
in
it.
Chinese.
Are you kidding me?
No.
We got to translate. It's going to be even better translated. You can Google Translate that. we were doing the podcast talking as if we were talking to the fan fiction audience, the fan fiction people. I do not expect we will be.
I don't have no idea. Nobody's going to listen to this other than us.
Agreed. Okay, so just here's the thing. Do the podcast like you're doing it for your wife and my wife, because that's who we're doing it for. Yeah. They're the only people who are going to listen to this.
Yeah. I think that would be something too, like as we reveal ourselves as hosts and our relationship is like what we've primarily worked on together has been a graphic novel idea that we've worked on remotely, me in San Diego and you in Nashville for years. And, so we understand what it's like to try to make a universe and collaborate with people and all of that. So we're not just fans. We're also creators ourselves. So that's why we care.
We're not just the president. We're customers, or whatever that stupid Rogaine motto is.
Also we use Rogaine, so that makes us relatable, and it shows how fragile our masculinity is.
It doesn't make me relatable because I only use it on my ball.
A lot of people think it's too hairy, but you go the other way. You say not hairy enough.
I'm trying to get cast as Bigfoot in the next Batman movie.
I'd like to be in the role of Bigfoot's beehole, please. I'll be his beehole double.
I'll be his beehole double.
Oh, man.
I think we're still kind of like cautious about what we say on air, we really got to get over that.
I know. I definitely struggle with that. I feel that
so do I. And
because I literally can't stop thinking like, what if one of my students finds this? They will share it with all the other students. So if I say Carmen Sandiego's f***hole, all my kids are going to hear me say Carmen Sandiego's f***hole. I can't deal with that.
Sarah and I are doing Whole30 again, so I'm not drinking right now, so I'm like not going out, period.
Hey!
Because I don't want to be around people sober.
God, can you imagine?
I can't. I literally can't.
Oh, shoot. We've got a friend staying with us that time, but he goes out a lot, so that's probably fine. He's a musician, and so he just...
Are you talking about Brian?
Yeah.
I know who Brian is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know Brian? Yeah, Brian's staying with us. So, but yeah, I'm gonna add in podcast talk for that Sunday.
Okay, cool.
Thursday. Wait, I'm confused though because the Nostromo. I mean, I love it as a crossover, and just ignore a lot of the facts, but the Nostromo and the Prometheus and all those characters come from Earth. Are they saying that then thousands of years later that Earth evolves into the Federation and then they land on that planet thousands of years later? That kind of a thing? No.
Star Trek, I'm not sure what your question is.
My question is just those two worlds, they're both based on an Earth that is a spacefaring Earth, but they look super different.
Oh yeah, well that part you ignore, but basically he posits that, is it Zephyr Cochrane, the guy from First Contact who created Warp? God, why do I know that guy's name?
Yeah, so I've run into that a lot, though, as I've been reading through things, is just the ones that are written by male authors are... oh, sorry, a dog just jumped on the bed. I need to set him outside. Sorry, 1 second. We'll have to cut this out.
Let's just hold for a sec.
Yeah. Hey, beloved. Hey, dog friend. What? No, I guess the door wasn't all the way closed. I gotta toss him out. Sorry, sweet boy. You gotta get out of here.
Okay, so this, I'm quoting here. Your dog is barking.
I know. Lindsay, take him out of here. Don't put that in the podcast. That was cute. That felt good.
Yeah.
Let's do it
felt
again.
good.
Let's do it again.
Okay. Let's do it again.
1 second.
Yeah, there's a lot of Lindsay on my end.
Lindsay, recording. Lindsay. Lindsay, recording. Love you. Okay. Yeah, that was me screaming at you.
So I'm gonna be to shut up?
We'll just while we're recording.
Well, how long are you gonna be recording?
Just like 4 more minutes.
Andrew, we're
But
still
then-
recording.
I know I was still recording. That last one was for effect because he was making fun of me because we're recording me yelling at you.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shut up for 4 minutes, but
All right. I love you.
at 5 I'm gonna start yelling again.
I get it. You should.
Yeah, it's gonna be way
Who was that?
That's Brian.
Oh, hey, Brian.
I love you.
Zach says, hi, Brian. Yeah. There.
Alright, did you hear that?
Andrew, who is going to be the name of your podcast?
Yeah.
That's hurtful. Well,
Andrew, we're recording right now.
I know. All right.
Get those people out of there.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Why don't you take it again? Do we want to find something that is thematically similar so we can compare notes on that?
Nah. And let's just take a quick break because I'm actually going to look up. This is the story that has the one in it. So
Perfect. You cool with, I mean, Lindsay just wants to watch The Bachelor tonight with her friends, which has no impact on you and I. Yes?
Yeah.
You're down to just hang out and
Yeah,
like, go
totally.
around? Cool. No concrete plans. You can totally go watch The Bachelorette. We are recording and doing San Diego things today. It's funny that you pointed out earlier that I can't type without speaking out loud. We've been talking a lot with groups just about the different ways that people's internal thoughts manifest, and I don't think in words at all. I'm like Temple Grandin from the movie about Temple Grandin.
Who's Temple Grandin?
She's the woman with autism that designed all like the cattle chutes and like redesigned.
Oh,
the meat
right.
industry.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I think in pictures, and that's totally how I think.
Interesting.
I don't plan any words that are coming out of my mouth. I only think in pictures.
I'm well aware, Andrew.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a cutting room floor episode makes sense because it's been so. It's also weird that like the stuff
The
that's
stuff
been
that we
cut
cut
is all
out
weird.
is extra weird.
I feel like every one sentence we say out of context is just batshit crazy. So
Yeah.
just two white guys talking about white privilege and wearing women's skin. What's not to love?
Yeah. Yeah. Just mansplaining gender dysmorphia.
Yeah, because we get it.
We totally get it.
One of the last ones could be the pony morph. I don't even necessarily have to read
Sure.
the one that I wrote, but just like I did write it. It does exist. You can read it if you want to. Something like that.
Yeah. I'm still curious to how to handle Batman versus Iron Man hostile takeover.
I like
guess
Batman
if we-
versus Iron Man hostile takeover.
Well, me too. But that's why I wrote it.
Yeah.
But I guess like, I don't know. I guess I've heard podcasts do a thing where they're just like reading a story before, and it is pretty lame.
Wait, dysmorphia is called dysphoria now?
Yeah, body dysmorphia, according to the DSM-5, is now called, gender dysmorphia is now called gender dysphoria.
Gender dysphoria. Okay.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I mean,
Honestly.
like Radiolab and stuff like that, they have a dedicated audio person who, for
Yeah.
every moment of it, has a soundscape that gets you into the right frame of mind. And I think if we start doing things like needle drops, we'll start being compared to things like that, and we do not want to invite that comparison.
Agreed.
Anyway, so it
Wayne's
follows this kid Wayne. Yeah, go ahead. You
and
take it here.
so it's Harry Potter takes place in the 90s, yes?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's when she first started
hold
writing
on,
it,
hold on a
and so-
sec. Hold on. I got a train on my end.
Oh, yeah, you do. I can hear it through the phone.
Come
So we'll just
on,
pick it
we
up
get
when the-
it. We
when the
get it.
train's
You're a
done.
train. Yeah.
Stop. I mean, are you training for something? Like the loudest whistle competition? Nailed it.
Just hold on. Just
when we get back into it, why don't you just take it from Wayne?
I'll just jump into Wayne. Yeah.
Cool. Just jump right into Wayne.
So should we pretend every time we sign off that we're both going to bed in the same bed? Like we're both getting good night, Andrew. Good night, Zach. Or like in bunk beds, like we live in bunk beds.
We've got our own mic set up, like in our separate bunks. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Like if I was writing a fan fiction of this podcast, that would be the reality. And we'd live in a cabin and we'd only have like candlelight.
And like the image that comes up when you listen to it on iTunes is just like you in the top bunk, me in the bottom bunk, nightlight on, and us both like reading fan fiction on our computers.
Yeah. But wearing like stocking caps and nightgowns.
Yeah. Or like both, stocking caps and nightgowns. But we're reading actual books that are like have the Harry Potter covers, but the titles are way gross. Good night, Andrew.
Good night, Zach. Yeah. All right, I'm going to turn it off. See you next time on Imps and Pearl Guns. Hello, Andrew here. Thank you so much for listening. If you would like to hear more of this stuff, go to fanfiction.show or anywhere else you go to get your podcasts. Contact us at xandrew@fanfiction.show, and our Twitter and Instagram are @fanfictionshow. This episode was basically everything I ever asked Zach to remove from any of our episodes, now put back in, because he can be somewhat mean-spirited and continues to remind me that he has final edit approval. So thank you, Zach. Thank you so much.